Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Rainbow Warriors will get this season underway as toe meets leather. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Davis will throw. Quick completion on the out. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's talk for a second about Air Force. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up.
There he goes! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Burton. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Falcons are marching down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Davis looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Into the house. Touchdown, Air Force. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. All right, guys, let's talk for a second about Hawaii. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some football.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, he's got some space.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? The give to the tailback. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Davis will throw. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Oh, he makes the catch. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The Rainbow Warriors are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And the Rainbow Warriors can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Under fire. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to get it through the air. Steps away. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
The Rainbow Warriors will line it up on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
Right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but there in the birthplace of college football, this one is close. They're up by 13 over Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Davis looking to pass. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Across the 25, he's got room. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lemon. Under fire. Hauls it in. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
The Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They just keep firing. It's complete to the right. On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Paul, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Hawaii.
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. The Sneak scores it.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Davis will throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being
going for the big play. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Falcons will boot it away to start the second half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They're going to run it. Turning it on. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Davis looking to pass. finds the tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Scrambling away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Fires complete on the crosser. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the...
Touchdown, Air Force! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down a throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And the Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Davis will throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback moving. He'll throw it. Makes the catch.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Punt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. It's on target and complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Leads it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Davis looking to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Falcons are on the move. The handoff, keep working on that clock. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Davis will throw. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. The throw with the catch. It's Burke. He's going to be run out of bounds, and he needed a couple of more steps. They'll turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together, maybe go tie this game, maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. 1st down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here.
Gonna take a shot. Almost Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot.
Going to take a shot at this DB. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Warriors.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point if we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 10 over Rice. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Davis looking to pass. Uncorks one. Finds his man open. Turns it on down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown Falcons. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a...
There he goes! He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Buying some time. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
So now it's second and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Into the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. And the try for 2 and the attempt to take the lead does not work in the final seconds.
31, Hawaii, 30.
Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they...